Hi there. I'd like to show you how to work some of the stitches in my Crosswise Cadence gloves, particularly round 3, the end of round 6, and round 7. So starting with round 3, I'm going to drop the first stitch off my left needle. I'm going to knit 2 stitches, and then with my left needle I'm going to pick up that drop stitch. I'm going to knit it and then knit the next one. And this gives me my first slip stitch that is leaning to the left. Okay, so we'll do that again. I'm going to drop the first stitch off of this set, drop it to the front, knit 2 stitches, grab that stitch that I dropped, knit it, and then knit the next stitch, okay? And really all I'm doing is putting these stitches out of order, okay? These stitches that I slipped. Okay, so again, drop the first stitch off my needle, knit 2, reach down, pick up that slip stitch, knit it, and then knit the next stitch. And so you can see I've got 3 slip stitches that are leaning to the left. So I'm at the end of round 6 and I have 4 stitches left on my needle. So for this move, I'm going to have to bring a stitch over here, the first stitch, over to this needle in preparation to knit it on round 7, because some of these slip stitches will be spanning across these needles. So it's a little bit tricky, but just follow the instructions as exactly as written and you should be okay. So I'm going to slip that first stitch on my needle. I'm going to knit 1, and then I'm going to slip these 2 onto my right needle. I'm going to put that left needle down, and then I'm going to pick up the needle 1 that has our first stitch on it at the beginning of the round, and I'm going to drop this stitch off just like that, and then I'm going to slip these 2 onto my left needle. I'm going to pick up this drop stitch with the right needle and then knit this next stitch off of it. Okay, so what you have here is the last 4 stitches. You have a slip stitch, a knit stitch, a slip stitch, and a knit stitch. Okay, and that stitch spans across this the end and beginning of your round, and then you're ready to work round 7. So for round 7, okay, I am ready to work my slip stitches that lean to the right. So I'm going to knit the first 2 stitches, and then I'm going to slip 2, and then I'm going to drop this next stitch off my needle. Okay, then I'm going to slip these stitches back to my left needle, pick up this slip stitch, place it on my needle. I'm going to knit it, and then I'm going to knit 3. I'll do this again. Okay, I'm going to slip. Let me get this out of the way. slip the first two stitches to my right needle, drop that slip stitch off, move these back to the left needle, pick up that slip stitch, place it on, knit it, and then knit 3. Okay, so one more time, slip 2 to the right needle, slip that first stitch, slip stitch off, slip these 2 back to the left needle, grab this slip stitch down here, place it on the needle, knit 1, and then knit 3. Okay, and then you're just going to continue to knit around, and be careful at the very end of this row, because you will have, at this round, because you will have, as you can see, a slip stitch and another knit stitch, and make sure that this slip stitch here does not cross over. So just keep an eye on that when you get to the end. So there it is. Have fun.